Statements like David Stewart as presented here are used to attack the church and its temples. Since the church asks members not speak publicly about certain things in its temples, they conclude the church is keeping secrets from people. This is nonsense. In fact, it is the ultimate desire of the church for every human being to qualify themselves to enter and experience everything that goes on temple. It is not about keeping secrets but keeping sacred things sacred and avoiding make sacred things casual and irreverent. Critics rely on John 18:20 for these claims, but I find this argument to be weak. In my opinion, at best this statement only proves that when Jesus taught in public settings with the Jews present, whether it be at the temple and synagogues, he taught openly and said nothing in secret. There is no claim Jesus did not teach secrets in private settings among believers or among his disciples. In fact, the evidence shows in private settings, Jesus told people to keep secrets. Jesus instructs a man healed of leprosy in Matthew 8:3-4 and Luke 5:13-14 to tell no man that Jesus healed him. Jesus instructed the disciples not to tell anyone that he was Jesus the Christ in Matthew 16:20. Not to tell of the vision to anyone in Matthew 17:9. Tell no man stuff in Mark 7:36 and 8:30. Not to tell things in Mark 9:9, Luke 8:56, and Luke 9:21. Things are told but the meaning is hid in Luke 9:45 and 18:33-34. If things are said and the meaning made hidden, that is a form of a secret. Finally in John 7:10 it says, "When his brethren were gone up, then went he also up unto the feast, not openly, but as it were in secret." It is apparent that Jesus was not opposed to secrets. In some settings, secrets were fine, and others he spoke openly with no secrets. Jesus has no problem withholding information as suggested in John 16:12. He had no problem instructing people to withhold information that was considered sacred from others who would just mock and ridicule those things in Matthew 7:6. Jesus many times hid many truths in parables. Matthew 13:9-13 says Jesus used parables so that some would know the mysteries of God while sacred truths would be hidden from others. John 16:25 says, "The time cometh, when I shall no more speak unto you in proverbs, but I shall show you plainly of the Father." Perhaps he did this during the 40 days he taught the apostles things pertaining to the kingdom of God. What was told during those 40 days? We don't know, as nothing is recorded of what he taught. Perhaps included were secret rituals that included handshakes were a part of those teachings. How can one prove Jesus did not teach such rituals, as the daily notes of those 40 days are not found in the scriptures? Hebrews 9:2-5 refers to the Old Testament temple. In verse 5 it says, "And above it were the cherubim of glory overshadowing the atoning cover, but about these things we cannot now speak in detail." Why could not it be spoken of in detail? Is it because the writer did not know, or was the issue sacred in nature that he avoided getting into the details? I am inclined to think that details were not appropriate to speak about openly in an open letter to the Hebrews. Some people should not know about those details, so it was hidden from public view. Paul speaks of keeping secrets from the Corinthians by only giving them the milk and not the meat in 1 Corinthians 3:2. Is Paul keeping secrets from the Corinthians by not giving them the meat? No, he is not. He is telling us there are different levels of truth. Some levels are withheld until the lower things are understood first. What is the meat Paul is speaking about? Is it even found in the Bible? How could one prove that it is? Paul writes in 1 Corinthians 2:6-7 that a hidden wisdom is spoken among the mature saints of God. What is this hidden wisdom that is not spoken among those who are not mature or are new Christians? Are secrets being kept here? In 2 Corinthians 12:3-4, Paul speaks of being caught up into paradise and hearing and heard unspeakable or inexpressible words, which a man is not permitted to speak. The word unspeakable or inexpressible is from the Greek, are ritos and means, unsaid, unspoken, unspeakable, on account of its sacredness. Victor Paul Furnish writes, "The Greek here is a rhetoremata, unutterable words. The adjective, unutterable, was often used, of things disclosed in mystery rites which the initiates were charged to keep secret. These passages allude to something very important yet are easily overlooked. Paul speaks of being of the stewards of the mysteries of God in 1 Corinthians 4:1. These mysteries are spoken of in 1 Corinthians 2:6-7 and Romans 16:2. What are these mysteries? The word, mystery, or mysteries, comes from the Greek, mysterion, and means things including religious secrets that are given only to certain people and are hidden from ungodly people. Reason suggests that these things would not be placed in a public document like those in the Bible, as they would not be hidden to the ungodly." John A. T. Vitens and Matt Roper in their article, A Bible. A Bible. The canon and ongoing revelation, explain the importance of this word from non-Latter-day Saint sources. Mysterion is usually defined as a secret expressing the idea of silence imposed by initiation into religious rites and is derived from the word, muo, which means literally, to shut the mouth. At the time of Jesus and the Apostles it often denoted practices found in the Greek mystery religions. These mysteries or rituals often presented or enacted a religious story in which the destinies of a god are portrayed by sacred actions before a circle of devotees in such a way as to give them a part in the fate of the god. These rites were only to be revealed to those deemed worthy. Integral to the concept of the mysteries is the fact that those who wish to take part in their celebration must undergo initiation. The uninitiated are denied both access to the sacred actions and knowledge of them. One of the most significant elements of the rites was the promise of future salvation and life. The holy mystery of the rites is this sanctifying union between the suffering deity and the devotees, who in the mysteries acquire a share in the destiny of the god and hence in the divine power of life. Those who so participate promise not to reveal what they have learned to the uninitiated. In fact, this vow of silence is essential to all mysteries, and is a feature implicit in the etymology. The evidence I believe is substantial to show that the first-century church had sacred teachings reserved to those mature in the faith. These teachings were kept from immature Christians and certainly from those outside the faith. These specifics of these teachings would not be included in public teachings and documents, such was what is found in the New Testament, but only alluded to such public sources. This concept was understood in early Christianity beyond the 1st century, as the following examples show. These sacred teachings probably changed over time after the apostles left and revelation ceased due to the apostasy. However, the basic concept of public and sacred or secret teaching within the church remained. Frank N. Margill notes, Clement concedes that the scriptures open salvation to the many, who experience the first saving change, when they pass from heathenism to faith, or from law to gospel. But these are saved only in the first degree. Besides his public teaching, Christ also taught his apostles the gnosis, hidden sacred knowledge, which leads to perfection. This knowledge, Clement claims, has descended by transmission to a few, having been imparted unwritten by the apostles. Great preparation and previous training are necessary to receive it. But those who can obey it, achieve here and now a foretaste of eternal bliss, and, in the world to come, will take their places with the apostles in the highest sphere. The answer to this claim, by David Stewart, is clear. Original Christianity had sacred or secret teachings they did not make public. We don't know what they were, but it is possible these rituals could have had secret rooms, secret handshakes, and so forth. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints follows the example of original Christianity having such a view. The real question is not why the Church has temples with sacred teachings kept from public view, but why so much of Christianity today does not have sacred teachings as part of their doctrine and practice. Why are they so divergent from original Christianity? Thank you for your time.